basement.
The basement.
Man, we got Daniel Stevens here, man.
Okay, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I'm outside. I've been outside 3.5 weeks, Yeah.
3.5 weeks. From how long of not being outside?
Man, close to maybe 3.5, 4 years.
Years.
What
you mean? Wait. Let me understand. Let me get an understanding of what you're saying. Like, when you mean outside, just like...
Nah, okay. So, to backtrack, 2020 is when everything took off for me. Mm-hmm. We were still dealing with COVID.
Right.
And the way my lifestyle was, from working a full-time job and then getting off work, training clients, I never really had time to really take time for myself to really enjoy the fruits of my labor. Mm-hmm. All I ever did was hustle and grind. So I've been outside 3.5 weeks of catching up with everybody that's invited me to countless events.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So now it's like I'm really out and about, getting to see everybody.
Yeah. So it's like a rebirth.
Right. It is. It feels good though, because you don't really know how people react or treat you, because I haven't been out of the basement, and to be able to see people outside of the basement and how they treat you, I've been able to say, man, I've got a lot of love and support.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's definitely amazing. Dope. So for those who don't know you, could you let us know where you're from and a little bit about your upbringing?
I'm born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. And all I know is Westwood. I lived in the same house for, like 20 years, 900 Westwood. Mm-hmm. So all I know is Westwood. I rep that every day. So, I've ventured off to every neighborhood around the city, but, my stomping ground was Westwood.
It's Westwood. Right. So how was it growing up? How was it growing up in Westwood?
I mean, it's different now because I took my kids around to see where I grew up at. And, it's a lot of abandoned houses now. The grass is high everywhere. And when I was coming up, it was close-knit family. Everybody looked out for one another. Right. Everybody, you could go over to this person's house and get some food. You can go to this person to play basketball. You got your little scuffles here and there, but everybody pretty much was close-knit in that community. And I guess now it's different. You got neighbors, they don't even speak to each other.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, because I was going to say, bringing up that, I couldn't tell you none of my neighbors' names around here. I know y'all right here on the cross street. Right. I know 2 of y'all. But my next doors, my across the streets, my right here's, I don't think they got no family.
That come out sad though, don't it? Where you don't even really know your people around you.
Yeah.
We don't speak to one another. We can't help each other out.
Nah, it's like they run in the house. I don't know what it is.
They don't make eye contact with you.
At all.
You need help.
Right.
Cause I didn't even hear and they be in the house like, what the fuck? Get that damn door! It's like, bro, you ain't got to be scared like that.
At all.
I didn't grow up in that era. I think that's what made me who I am. You had to speak. Like, even if you walk in a room, you had to speak to people. Your parents or your elderlies would get on you. Like, you walked in this room.
You didn't speak. Absolutely.
They would chastise you about that. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not like that. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. But, my childhood made me who I am. It definitely formed me on how I think, and how I treat people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what got you into fitness? What made you jump into that and go hard for it?
Wow. Well, my father always kept weights around. He was always into fitness. And I didn't take it serious to actually even try to do fitness until I was at a job. I was a contract worker, actually driving semi-trucks. And I sat in that truck one day, and I said, man, I'm not chasing the bag no more. I'm going to chase a passion. And if I chase this passion, the money going to come. And I'll tell anybody, whatever you're going through, chase something that makes you happy. Don't think about that money. Because whatever you're passionate about, if you grind, eventually the bag will come. But I just woke up one day and I said, you know what? This is it for me. I've raised my family off the bag of the semi work, but it's just something about fitness. And I didn't know nothing about it. I was just that guy sitting in the truck reading books all the time. And I went from bios to the the self-help books. And after so long of reading the self-help books, you got to get off your ass and do the work.
Right.
So I started reading books on it. I didn't have a huge mentor to say, this is how you become a personal trainer.
Right.
It was just trial and error. And I was talking to Sleepy about this earlier. I failed my test twice as a trainer, but I didn't give up on myself. I said, you know what, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. And I ain't looked back since.
I know that's right.
That's incredible. So how did you know when you was ready to train your first client? How did you know, okay, I got this down packed.
Right, to help
I'm about to kill this motherfucker.
I can help somebody else.
Or did you have a tester like, here, you could test me on your workouts? Like,
right. So this I hope anybody that's watching this story or listening, it didn't happen overnight. When I first started, I trained everybody like how I worked out. I was terrible. I sucked. You know, so take any individual and just put your workout on them, that's hard because I work out hard. So you can't expect a person who ain't never worked out to work out just like you. So I was terrible. So my family was my guinea pigs. They used to come over free of charge, but then when they leave the house, I had abused the hell out of them. They ain't coming back.
They like, nah.
That's real talk.
Ain't no Thanksgiving.
Man, they never came back. But that was the hard truth of becoming a personal trainer.
Right.
Because I didn't know what really to do. All I wanted to do was be a trainer. But once I became certified, I started learning, like, okay, this is how you make this person better. You got to be able to tap into where somebody is at. And it took a while, but when I started out, I sucked. But it took my cousin. Seriously, it took my cousin. He was having some medical issues, and one day he was like, "Man, I don't even have no money, bro. But can I come over here and work out when you work out?" And that's all I needed was somebody to be a walking billboard. He showed up every single day, and once I got him together, it clicked. I can make this work. And that's how it all kicked off for me. I was already a personal trainer 3 years prior before 2020 hit. I didn't start getting acknowledgement until 2020. That's when it came to the videos with the basement and being outside. You know, but, you know, God blessed me to the point where I didn't know what to expect. I was just buying exercise equipment. And that's how I got there. You never know when God gonna give you the green light. Right. I was just buying the exercise equipment, but here I am. I got all the exercise equipment with no clients.
Right. But you was preparing yourself for what was about to come.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know when it was coming, but I knew one day it would come. But that's a hard pill to swallow when you got all this exercise equipment and you don't have one client. And you just practicing on yourself. Yeah. That's very humbling.
Yeah, it is.
Spend all this money. You ain't got no clients.
But it's like with the entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to set yourself up. They say you really don't make no money in the first 5 years. So, like, what kept you motivated to, like, okay, because when did your clients, like, really start rolling in for you? Was there points where you was like, yeah, I ain't going to be able to do this. Ain't nobody...
I mean, as entrepreneurs, and also when you work a full-time job, you always going to go with the battle between the employee and the entrepreneur. See, one thing about the employee, they set the standards of how much you can make. And that's comfortable, right? But then when you become an entrepreneur, the sky is the limit. And we always going to battle with that. Like, damn, was it ever going to kick off for me? Right. Is it ever going to get together? So... to this day, I still struggle with that because I can have no clients in a week. Right. I can have no clients for that day. But then the next day, I might have a full roster where I'm training from the time I wake up to the time I leave. But that's the grind. That's the hustle. And
how is that on your body?
Yeah.
Could you, do you work out with everybody, or is it
such
just
thing as working out too much?
Yeah, you can overextend yourself. Yeah. You can definitely overextend yourself. But I don't work out with my clients all the time. Okay. Now, I might have some clients that I can hop in with if I feel like I didn't get a chance to work out with, and I can hop in with them. Yeah. And I might say, hey, can I work out with you? I might have some be like, hell no. Like,
I would probably be one of them.
No, you ain't about to show me up.
Like, nah, hell no. You gonna do 500 push-ups? Like, bro, sit down.
Yeah, because I go hard, but then I got some where I have to constantly watch. But to go back to your question, every day is the grind. Mm-hmm. I treat every day like I have no clients. I have to do everything for myself because I'm one of them people. I hate procrastination. Mm-hmm. I hate people that talk a good game, but they don't walk. You want to make me mad or get on my bad side? Tell me you're going to do something and you don't
do it. Right.
And you don't do it. That comes from contractors to working on your house, people who say they're going to do something. If you a videographer and you say you do all these videos and you want to work, and you say you want to work, and I put the work in your face, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden you shut down, now I'm looking at you sideways. You was better off just saying, man, I ain't ready.
Right.
Yeah. But everybody wants to make it like they're bigger than what they are. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem that I have with social media now. Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane. If you ain't there yet, you ain't there yet. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
But see, I think how people look at social media, they see the people that are there and they start to get a complex from that. You know what I'm saying? Here comes in the jealousy or trying to figure out, why am I not there yet? I'm this age and I need to get there. So now it's like they falsify it.
Mm. They do.
You know what I'm saying?
They do. But let me tell y'all this real quick story. You know, my dad told me this at a young age and it always stuck with me. My father told me you can take a healthy man. Mm-hmm. You take that healthy man and you put him in an environment that don't nobody know him. Mm-hmm. Now, once he's in that environment and don't nobody know him, and they constantly tell that man every day, you don't look healthy. You don't look healthy. You don't look healthy. Eventually, your mind will trigger to tell yourself, well, maybe I ain't healthy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that how social media is?
Yeah, that's true.
If you ain't getting these likes and you ain't getting these views, I don't know them people.
Yeah, it's a mind game.
How can they tell me that I ain't dope?
Right.
Right. But people let it get in their head. A lot of people get hypnotized by their social media.
You gotta be strong-willed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gotta be strong-willed in anything you do. Every day, I treat my hustle like it's my very first day, like I don't have no clients. So even with y'all, Miss Sleepy, I've seen you.
Yeah.
You used to deliver mail to my mailbox.
Yes.
And you saw me every day hustling
out there sweating. I can't believe I even asked him one time to be my trainer. I'm like, I don't want this nigga to kill me. I see people in there laying over the bench. They out in the grass like, please. But their bodies would be together though. You feel me? Like he was getting them together on the bodies.
That is the hustle. And every day I treat it like I have no clients.
That's crazy. So tell us, what's the name of your fitness program?
I'm just Dead As Your Fit. That's it. It's half of my name, and my son's name is Du Jour.
Got you.
And, at the time, when I came up with that name, I was hustling T-shirts. I've been a hustler my whole life. When I say hustler, I've always sold something. If it wasn't T-shirts, it was cars, washing
you know how
cars.
To get out here and get it.
Right. Yeah. I'm one of them people, I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I am the foundation of my life.
That's right. Period. Hold on, let me get some of that. I am the foundation of my life. I like that.
I'm not asking, like I said, I don't like procrastination. I don't like clients who say they want to work out and I want it more than you. Come. At least be honest so I can meet you where you at.
Right.
Don't say you want to work out, but you just talking. Be honest about it. Say, I ain't ready. I respect you more for saying that. Don't waste my time.
Mm-hmm. Can't get that back.
You definitely can't get that back.
You can't get your time back.
Yeah.
You can't get your time back.
For sure.
So how important is nutrition when it comes to fitness? Because a lot of people think you can just eat whatever you want to eat.
Yeah.
And as long as you work out, you're going to be all right.
Right.
You can never outwork a bad, shitty diet. Excuse my language, but you just can't. You can work out all the time, but if you eating poorly and badly, it's just it don't
It's
work
no
like that.
purpose.
When I first
Right.
started out, my nutrition was poor because I worked out all the time. But it took my doctor to tell me, you got two options here. You can either look like you healthy or you can be healthy. Which one are we going to do? And I was falsifying myself by still eating what I wanted, but I wasn't following through with telling my clients, hey, we got to tighten up on this nutrition.
Right.
So once I started doing it, I started really dialing in on how my clients ate. You know, it's done got so crazy with these plates that I be posting.
Yeah.
You know, I shout out to Muse, you know, Dion and Tiffany. You know, I checked out their nightclub because I've been outside for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when I walked in there, I had people covering up their plates.
They
Like,
like,
oh, heck
and
no.
covering up their drinks. Like,
Now, was some of them your clients? Was that the reason they was covering it, or is it just because they know that you?
that's just
Right.
when
What's
people
wrong
know
with this
what I
plate?
do.
Yeah.
that's crazy. And they didn't want to see what was
Yeah,
we can't let
like-
them see this.
Yeah.
You don't let him down.
That's when you know you a huge influencer out here when people really that I don't even know.
Yeah, I was about to say that you don't
That's
even
crazy.
know.
I don't even know you and you covering up your plate. But to get to the nutrition part, it started with the nutrition in them plates because sometimes you got to see stuff in your face to get an understanding. For me to show you how bad you eat. If I show it to you on social media,
You
and
might pay attention,
and,
right?
yeah, and now you
Yeah.
hold on. Now you wanna, you know, get in the background and be like, "That's my plate."
Yeah.
Let me see all these comments about my plate.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the best part. Like,
See,
damn.
I've never aired anybody out like this is so and so's plate. But if
But,
you know
yeah,
that's your
your-
plate,
yeah.
and everybody talking about your plate,
Right.
now you're like, well, damn, maybe I don't need to eat that.
Yeah, ain't nothing healthy on my plate. They done called out
Right.
everything. Like, well, what?
Ain't nothing healthy about that plate.
It's a whole starch plate. Like, it is people who don't eat vegetables, guys.
And
That is so
crazy to me. Like, you don't eat no vegetables at all.
Or drink water.
We ain't even
Yeah.
gonna go there.
We're not
I
even
just
gonna
dealt
go.
with the situation like that, and I'm like, you have got to be out of your mind.
Don't drink no water.
That not a sip.
No water at all.
I'm talking about. Oof.
What I
That's
learned,
crazy
yeah,
to me.
no
And half your
water.
body is
And
water.
how
80%
important is
of your
water
body is water,
to your
right?
fitness?
Man, I think your body makes up, I think it's almost 85%.
85.
Yeah.
And you need that water. You know, you flushing your system out when you drink that water.
Right.
And what I've learned dealing with, I gotta say this. One thing, I'm not the trainer that you can run up on and say, train me. I'm way past that. I'm gonna make you go through an assessment. We're gonna do a phone conversation, and then I may invite you to the basement,
Right,
depending
right.
on if we meshed or not on that phone
Yeah,
call.
yeah, that makes
But-
sense though.
Yeah, but I've learned that, you know, people dealing with depression, anxiety, and a lot of these women can definitely drink the guys under the table.
For sure.
Yes.
Really? So you guys, y'all think y'all going to the nightclub and y'all about to buy a girl a drink? Man, she gonna drink y'all on
You
the
better get
table.
ready to buy that bottle.
But it's like,
Like,
when
just
did
bring the
women
bottle.
start drinking like that? When
Right.
I was younger, like,
Right.
women didn't really drink like that. It was more of a classy
Yeah,
sipping.
classy
Now they got
Nah, it's
whole
different.
Yeah.
40 ounces
It's
and
different.
beer cans on the porch,
It's
kicking
different.
it.
I don't know. I ain't
Nah, it's
try-
different.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah, it's
different
way
now.
different now.
Yeah.
It's real different
Way
now.
different
it's
now.
Changed. It's done changed.
So,
Why is they so rough?
because I don't know. I don't think they're like. I don't know.
I'm not gonna
They're
say they
from,
were,
like, a
because I used to
different
drink
species.
heavy.
It's called turn.
You gonna say a different species?
Different
Turn.
species.
It's called getting
You
turned.
have a certain
Getting
time in
turned
life.
up.
Turn, being turned and falling out in the nightclub,
Yeah.
drinking heavy has become more acceptable to a woman. You know, because it's like it ain't no judgment no more. I was just turned
Right.
up. I got fucked up. So
Yeah.
now you ain't looking like you the sluggish person in the
Yeah.
bar. No, it's acceptable now.
Because we turned.
Because we
Because we
turn.
turn.
Turn up.
I'm not turned. I don't want to be
Turn.
turned no more. I wanna
Unscrew.
be-
Turn.
So, what made you want to convert your basement instead of just actually going to a gym? When did you decide, oh, I'm going to just turn my basement
All right,
into a
we
gym?
going deep today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Real talk. I was the talent. My first job that I ever had was at LA Fitness. LA Fitness paid me $6 to train a client.
Whoa, wait, all together? Like, wait, this had to be 1980. 19, what was it, 1991?
$6 a client?
Or $6 an hour?
No.
What?
$6 per session, and they would charge a person $60 to train with me. And I would get $6.
Oh, that's dirty.
Hold on.
Oh, he brought us gifts too.
Oh yeah, we got gifts.
We got gifts.
Are you serious?
Sleepy, what you asked? You just said, what year was this?
Yeah, what year was that?
This was in year 2016.
Whoa, wait, 2016.
So listen, hear me out. So I was one of those personal trainers. I came in the game at LA Fitness, and I made master trainer in 3 months. A master trainer is somebody that's so good that everybody wants to train with you. And this is when it really started clicking. Like, man, I'm pretty good at this. And
$6 fucking dollars.
$6. So this is the thing. This is when I really knew I had something. I turned into master personal trainer for LA Fitness. Now I went from $6 to $10. So now, hold on. So now I'm a master personal trainer for LA Fitness. Now instead of them paying $60 to train with me, now they gotta pay almost $100 to train.
And you
with
only
me.
getting $10.
And I got $10. So
what? Okay, now is this like a commission? Because you work there,
That's
so are you
crazy.
getting paid by the hour?
No.
No,
I only
by
got
session.
paid per session for that.
This is
Crazy.
horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
That's horrible.
So this is the part that
Wow.
really gets tricky. This is the part that gets tricky. I walked away from LA Fitness like, man, I'm done. I quit. Nobody followed me. Once I left LA Fitness.
So we just get another
I
one.
had no clients. I had no clients. So here I am. I'm becoming a contractor. This is what you see with other people. They end up contractors with these facilities like not LA Fitness, but might be a
Everybody.
mom and pop gym.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how everybody fitness do it. It could be a mom and pop gym. Now here it is. I'm a contractor. Now I can bring my clients to this
To the gym.
and now I will have to pay them. So starting out, I'm just trying to get my feet wet. So I'm charging $20 to train a client. But here it is, the guy who owns the gym is taking $10.
Dang, so you lose it either
You
way.
still only
So
getting
I'm still getting paid $10.
Take it to the basement.
take it to the
Take it to the basement.
So
Yeah.
So it took me a while to get this together. Like, damn, I am the talent, but I'm losing.
Yeah.
I am losing. So for a whole year and a half, I trained nobody. God set me still to figure it out. Mentally drained, exhausted. Like you just said, is this ever going to work out for me? This is all prior before 2020.
Right.
Year and a half goes around. No pandemic, nothing. I buy nothing but exercise equipment. 2020 hits, pandemic hits. Nobody can go to the
moving.
gym. Nobody's moving. Ding, 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 ding.
But they can come to the basement,
Here
though.
comes Daniel T.
I ain't got a gym for you.
Here come Daniel T.
Yeah, save the day.
I started training my clients, and they like, man, you gotta start recording videos. You gotta start doing, man. What we doing is dope.
Right.
Man, I don't care about none of that. I've always been a private person. But it took my clients to tell me, man, just start recording some stuff.
Yeah.
I started taking it back to being a kid. Fields Day.
Yeah.
In the backyard. It would be Fields Day with my clients. It would be musical chairs with fitness in the yard. All of this stuff was going viral. I remember having Teresa Core. Teresa like, man, I ain't getting nobody really watching my videos or nothing to go viral. I got you. Come on through to the basement. And we shot a video for her. It did maybe 2,000 views in a couple hours. And all she was like, man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And once the the interviews came with Rhapsody the Basement. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm already in the basement.
Yeah.
Everybody got to watch me.
Right.
And that's how the interview started. But yeah, it didn't happen overnight.
Right.
And I still treat my hustle today like I have no clients.
I know that's right.
But it was sweet how that pandemic came and you was like,
Right
there,
time.
Johnny on the spot. Like, I got a backyard. I got all this stuff in the basement. It's right here. So it all worked out for
I
you.
ain't look back.
It all worked out for you.
And now it's to the point, people be like, why you don't shoot videos? Why you don't shoot no videos? My clients don't have social media, so it became privacy. And I shoot videos as I choose to.
Right.
That word of mouth
I was just about to ask you.
Came right back. Now it's just word of mouth.
Yep.
And you see it. Yeah, you see it. It's just word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the basement. If you want to train in private, you don't want everybody to see you, go to the basement.
Yeah.
If you want to just get healthy and pop out, and all of a sudden, people be like, "Hey, where you been at?" In the basement.
Right. We ain't got no lights down here.
Yeah,
when you say the basement, they don't know this is a very, very nice basement. I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched his interviews and his podcast, but the basement is very, very nice. I know y'all hear, go to the basement. They probably think it's like a dungeon or like some prison type shit. But no, it's actually very, very nice. But you gonna work though. Yeah. But he gonna work you though. You gonna be down there sweating. You understand that?
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Okay, so how is it balancing being a husband and a father, a fitness trainer, a grandfather? Congratulations on that. How's it like?
It's rough.
And then plus trying to have a life for yourself.
It's rough. It's rough. And the reason I say it's rough because you got all these people pulling at you all the time. And being a personal trainer, you always checking on your clients, what they eat and how they feel, trying to be creative, doing a business. It's really rough. It can be draining. I had a conversation with Tommy and Devin, shout out to Pushing Limits, and we talk all the time. And, they be like, well, man, where are you at? What you doing? Like, man, mentally, I'm drained. Like, I'm tired. And ain't nothing worse than when my family has to get the butt end of it, considering I done helped all these people, and then when it's finally come for me to sit down, sit still, and I may have an attitude.
Right.
Like, damn, why we gotta get the shit of you?
Yeah, like, we ain't seen you all day, Dad.
Yeah. So it's rough, and it comes with a lot of prayer. It does. Prayer and meditation. I have to take moments of just sitting in my little steam sauna and just watching TV because be careful what you ask God for. Mm-hmm. Because when he give it to you, you better make sure you're ready. Because all I asked for was to be a personal trainer. I just wanted to be a personal trainer. I never knew that podcasting and having a talk show and having to help all of these people was going to come with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's here.
Yeah.
And when you saw Dave Chappelle damn near lose his mind and walked away from that,
right.
I understand.
Yeah, it's real.
I understand.
It is real. So tell us about your journey outside of the basement.
I'm on it.
Yeah, how did that come about? Where did that come from? What made you say, you know what? It's time for me to go outside.
Branch out a bit.
After these, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to step outside. What did you feel? Was this a healing?
Man, it was a healing process of you only get 24 hours in a day. Mm-hmm. Man, I was grinding 20 hours of it. I was going on 4 hours sleep because I was working a night job. People don't understand this. They just think I shoot videos and train all day. Mm-hmm. But I've always had a job. Mm-hmm. So I would work at night. I would put in those 12 hours. And then when I got off work, that's when the training would come in. And I did that for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. So imagine doing that whole lifestyle and you grinding 20 hours out of the day.
Right.
How would you think that's going to make you feel?
Cranky as hell.
Man.
Cranky.
Tired.
Because you have to get rest. Ain't that another important part of fitness?
That's a part of your top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, you deal with stress. You deal with sleep. You deal with nutrition. You deal with water. You deal with exercise. Now, I was getting less of the two. I was stressed and I wasn't getting sleep. So now it's like, man, when it comes to me posting the high blood pressure, that's where I was at. 200 over 100.